Welcome to this explainer. Right away, we're diving into the absolute ultimate framework for crafting a pitch that investors and industry experts simply cannot ignore. We're pulling direct, road-tested insights from the K-Culture EdTech program's final project methodology, and I'm going to show you exactly how to structure a presentation that actually wins. Okay, let's jump straight into this core philosophy. Technicians often focus on how, but the audience is more interested in why. To truly win over a room, you have to flip your mindset immediately. Look, it's super tempting to just stand up there and geek out over the mechanics of how your exciting new tech works, right? But to captivate stakeholders, you gotta prove exactly why it matters. You need to focus on the value, not just the nuts and bolts.
So, to make that shift happen, we're deconstructing the perfect presentation into 4 key pillars today: the story, the proof, the value, and finally, the visuals.
Let's hit Pillar 1, the story, focusing squarely on the problem and the solution.
Now imagine this, 60% of learners dropping out versus only 40% being retained. When you tell an audience that 6 out of 10 Korean language learners drop out within just 3 months, you instantly hook them. You aren't talking in the abstract anymore, you're handing them a real, painful world problem that absolutely demands to be solved.
And right after hitting them with that stark problem, you've got to drop your solution immediately. Tell them exactly how your product directly solves that specific pain point. Like here, you explain that using AI to detect dropout risk early, combined with XR immersive experiences to keep those at-risk learners engaged, well, that's the direct antidote to the dropout crisis. The problem and the solution need to be tightly, logically locked together.
Moving right along to Pillar 2, the proof. This is all about executing a flawless tech demo strategy.
You've got a critical strategic choice to make right out of the gate. Live demo or recorded demo? A live demo builds incredible trust, right? It feels vivid and real-time. But a recorded demo perfectly shields you from, unexpected server crashes, Wi-Fi completely dropping, or just running out of time. Honestly, the smartest play is often a hybrid. Do the core, simple stuff live to build that trust, but keep the highly complex, risky features safely pre-recorded.
But hey, if you do decide to go the fully live route, the program insists you absolutely must stick to a strict backup checklist. I'm talking pre-tested equipment, a backup mobile hotspot fired up and ready, preloaded data, logged-in accounts, and screen recordings standing by. You need to be so thoroughly prepared that if the internet just vanishes, you seamlessly pivot and the audience literally doesn't even notice a bump in the road.
Okay, Pillar 3, the value. This is where we lock down your business model. Because here's the thing. Investors do not just invest in cool tech. They invest in metrics. A 40% boost in learner retention, a 25% spike in institutional profit. You absolutely must translate your technical brilliance into cold, hard, persuasive business value. That right there is what transforms a neat little project into a seriously fundable business.
And to back up those exciting metrics, you need to clearly spell out your monetization strategy. Show them exactly who is paying for this value. Are we talking B2B enterprise licenses sold directly to schools, direct-to-consumer subscriptions, maybe selling premium content, data insights, or even landing government grants? You have to show them the exact pathways your revenue is going to take.
Now, anticipating the Q&A is just as critical as the pitch itself. You've got to split your prep work. You need rapid-fire, confident answers for those deep technical probes, like explaining the exact accuracy of your AI model or your XR production costs. But you have to be equally ready for sharp, pointed business inquiries, things like your competitive edge or specific first-year revenue targets. You've got to command both sides of the table, tech and business.
Finally, Pillar 4, the visuals. Let's master that slide design.
The absolute golden rule here is visual restraint. Stick to one core message per slide so the viewer never gets lost. Keep your visuals totally consistent. Lean into data visualization, like charts, instead of throwing messy raw numbers up there. And use minimal text, keywords only. Eliminate large blocks of text completely, so your audience is actually listening to your story, not just quietly reading your presentation.
Bringing this whole thing together, here is the highly effective 15-minute presentation structure the program recommends to keep your pitch balanced, punchy, and timed to perfection. You spend 2 minutes clearly defining the problem, 3 minutes on your innovative solution, 5 minutes dedicated to that flawless tech demo, 3 minutes outlining the hard business value, and a final 2 minutes to wrap up your big vision. It's basically a masterclass in pacing that ensures absolutely no part of your argument gets left behind.
So, as we wrap up this explainer and you get ready to build your own pitch deck, I want you to ask yourself this one fundamental question. What specific, painful problem in the world is your pitch actually solving? Nail down that answer. Let it completely drive the narrative, the proof, the value, and the visuals of your entire presentation. Keep that front of mind, and you're going to be well on your way to captivating any room you walk into.